Well, it was the first full day in office for the new acting mayor of Buffalo, and tonight Chris Scanlon is inheriting both the good and the bad at City Hall. Good evening, I'm Scott Levin. Mary Alice is off tonight. Two on Your Side has live team coverage for you tonight, first at 5. Investigative reporter Charlie Specht is standing by with tough questions for the acting mayor about the city's sewer authority, but we're going to begin tonight at 5 with our Dave McKinley, who is live. He's in downtown Buffalo now with details on a new plan to actually improve the city's waterways. Right, Dave?
That is right, Scott. This is actually a $1 billion plan we're talking about, which, if you think about it, is about the same amount of money the state is proposing to spend to turn just 3/4 of a mile of the Kensington Expressway into a tunnel. The payoff here, though, would be cleaner water, which, unlike that tunnel project, isn't likely to garner too much opposition.
One of Buffalo's natural advantages is we have an abundance of fresh water, but that only works if the water is blue. It doesn't work if the water is gray.
You may not know it, but in times of heavy rains or snowmelt, sewer plants which treat both storm sewage running off of streets and sanitary sewage are allowed to discharge excess beyond their capacity untreated. And according to records kept by the DEC, it happens more often than you might realize. Just in Buffalo, this has amounted to between 1 and 4 billion gallons a year of untreated sewage being discharged into waterways.
We have a lot of work to get done.
Much of the $1 billion will be spent on improvements at the main Buffalo sewer plant on Unity Island, which discharges into the Black Rock Channel and Niagara River. But it also involves 50 other projects that would improve water quality in a number of other waterways into which raw sewage is sometimes discharged.
Buffalo River, Cass Creek, the Erie Basin, the Niagara River that we sit on the shores here, Escajaquota Creek. All of these are affected during heavy rainfall and snow melt by our condition of our system.
Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will these infrastructure improvements be. The $1 billion, they say, will be spent over the course of the next 2 decades.
Of course, this work isn't fast enough. It never is. When you talk about this kind of work in a 20-year horizon, people just glaze over and they say, are you kidding me? These are more empty promises, another generation. But we are making progress. And I say we, I mean all of us are making progress every day, every week, every year.
Those behind this effort say it's actually about more than health issues. It is actually a way that might ensure the cleanliness of the water and therefore secure our future economy here in Buffalo. Live on your side at the waterfront, I'm Dave McKinley. Scott, let's go back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And of course, Two on Your Side has been following a number of ongoing concerns within the city's sewer authority. Investigative reporter Charlie Specht has that part of the story tonight from the newsroom. Charlie?
Scott, aside from the obvious fiscal issues, if there's a controversy awaiting acting mayor Chris Scanlon, it's the travel schedule of Buffalo water and sewer czar O.J. McFoy. A Two on Your Side investigation last month revealed McFoy spent 297 weekdays since 2016 traveling to 23 states and 2 foreign countries for various water conferences. That has angered some city residents and some of Scanlon's former colleagues on the Common Council. A week ago, McFoy and 10 other sewer employees traveled to another water conference in New Orleans. Estimated cost of $27 grand to taxpayers and ratepayers. McFoy was appointed to the water board post by former Mayor Byron Brown, whose appointees also voted to give McFoy the $130,000 per year sewer authority job. I asked Scanlon whether there will be a change in practice now that he is the acting mayor.
Does it bother you at all, just the idea that earlier this month, 10 sewer employees took a trip to New Orleans, cost 30 grand. We're going through a budget deficit here. Does that concern you at all?
Yeah, I saw the report on it. Obviously their finances are separate from the city's. It's a different agency, but I'll continue to look into it. I'll talk to the general manager about it and we'll see what's going on.
Now, Scanlon's approach is a slight change from former Mayor Brown, whose spokesman previously said Brown had, quote, no say over the travel. McFoy has been unapologetic about the travel, saying it's helped the sewer authority secure more than $250 million in grant funding. I did some number crunching, and coming up at 6, we'll have an updated number for how much taxpayers and ratepayers have been paying for these travel expenses. Live on your side in Buffalo, Charlie Specht, Channel 2 News.